Hello everybody, and Casper is in the gravel apparently on my screen, and so is Cookie. But welcome to the Japanese Grand Prix. It's very soggy, and it's me and Soup's 2-year anniversary. No, we're not married. Don't worry.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. Okay, yeah, we are.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we definitely are. There we go. History's been made. But we're here in a very soggy Japanese Grand Prix. I'm back. Yes, I've managed to mend the game. It died. No,
Wait, who are you again?
Yes, who am I? I don't know. This person's randomly appearing out of nowhere. We're looking at Cookie, who's presumably, well, he's not crashed yet. But he was in the gravel when we first saw him, but he isn't in the wall. Now, where is Big Parento? He's in the pit lane right now. He's actually on the circuit as well. So, everyone's getting on the, well, quality laps and stuff. 9 minutes to go. If you're wondering why we're a little bit late, we had a little bit of an issue with the lobby. We both got kicked. The game didn't like us. But we're here, looking at Roadhouse going inside. This will be the first one to cross the line here. Cross the line now, and doesn't set a lap time because he's now on another lap time. So we're on board of good old the McLaren as he comes through turn number 1 there. Now, very difficult in the wet there. Fifth gear corner there. Wants to be careful. They're sliding on the exit. They're out complaining, of course, now into the S section. Left, right. Keep holding the throttle. Left. Let another right. And then a long left here as you come out this corner. Long right into a long left. Uphill they come then. 4th gear up to 5th. Careful, you want to go up to 6th there. Careful of the curbs there on the right. You can easily spin it up there. Down into Degner. Normally flat out in the dry. Definitely not in the wet. And there's been an incident somewhere, Super.
There's been a shunt.
Now, who's that?
Flying Finn. Parked at the top of the hill. Oh dear. Oh my god. Oh god.
Ah.
Well, he suddenly jumped to Spoon, so, Oh, dear God, I'm going to save that clip. Hold on a second.
Well, meanwhile,
I have just witnessed...
yeah, we've witnessed
I've witnessed a horrific collision.
I'm going to watch
Anyways.
Flying Finn now, then. Well, coming into Spoon, he comes. Well, Spoon, no, oh dear. Oh my God.
Oh God, what's going on?
Into 130, down into the chicane they come, then down into 3rd gear comes the Flying Finn, well, as I'm going to call him now, like he told me to, the grounded Finn. Vesto goes P1 there with a 143, Flying Sweden, across the line goes P2 with a 144-1, now where's Roadhouse? He's coming through where Senna and Frost famously imploded each other, then out the last corner, squirm the throttle across the line, and it's a 144.8 for him. And solid Ninja Snake up to 2nd. So McLaren currently lying 3rd and 4th. Pedro in 5th. Lee Find across the line goes P1 a 143.5. Now let's look all the way back there
dear God.
To Big Parento. Let's have a look at Flying Finn. What's he up to? He's not having an accident. Oh dear Lord! Oh my God! Oh God! Sorry there for anybody there who suffers Caesar warnings. A TQ in the pit lane, Big Parento out the last corner. Let's see what he can do in the Toro Rosso in these appalling conditions. Completely sidetracked at the last corner. Lee was fast earlier on, and Big Parento smashes that one there by almost half a second. Now Flying Finn, what's he up to there? He's... Oh my God!
I think we're having some lag. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes, we are having some serious lag. Lee has just mated with Flying Finn there. That's all I can describe there. I'm pretty certain we can. Meanwhile, Cookie down at the chicane. Now, Hairpin. He's just behind a very slow moving Flying Finn, and oh my God! And there goes Flying Finn into the Armco barrier. Vesto up to P2 meanwhile.
Oh, there you go.
Flying Finn, fastest lap.
That's fastest by 8/10.
Now, the only thing is, though, he is in... hasn't even got the spoon yet on my end.
Oh, dear.
Oh,
Sector 3, we have a yellow flag.
Oh.
It's Pedro.
He's
lost out. That is not a good place to bin it. It's at 130R.
Good at Pedro. Where is he? He's not even appearing on my end. He's spinning into the last corner. We apologise, by the way, for the lag. Pretty hard to see there, and Flying Finn might be told to retire here because that is some serious lag. Haven't seen that for action.
Right,
goes off of the circuit.
This is not down to the game. Alright, this is not down to the game. This is his
yellow
connection.
Flags. What's that for? That is Lakitu spinning around on the exit of turn 2. Well, coming into turn 2 at least. I suppose it is the exit of turn 2, I suppose, isn't it there? Coming into the S section. Toro Rosso struggling there, but it is Flying Finn flying into the next dimension, I suppose. Now, this might warrant a disqualification here, would it not, Sue? Would you think, with that amount of lag? I
think so.
Because if he does this in the beginning of the race, then there might be a small minor shunt. Meanwhile, Lee in P2, he's done a brilliant qualify, by the way. Here's a big Parenta in P3. Vesto, P4, he's coming out on the Ferrari, sliding it around there, and he's coming in the pit lane, I think. Yes, he is. Does not go past that ball, unlike a certain Lewis Hamilton did. Flying Finn in the pit lane. Casper through turn number 1. Roadhouse coming at the last corner. And everyone should be coming in around this time anyway, potentially. But they might stay out a little longer. Everyone, welcome along. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell if you are new.
You want to try that again?
Yeah, maybe. Notification.
Notification.
Yeah. Meanwhile, it's not an injury in the pit lane.
We should actually say the title can be wrapped up today by Big Parenta. If he outscores Casper by 16 points. That's the... So if he wins, pretty much, and Casper is lower than 3rd, he wins.
Indeed, and so far
with,
they are...
With 3 rounds left.
Yes, 3 rounds left. The title can be wrapped up. It can also be wrapped up in the Xbox One tier as well for the F1. Do feel free to go and check it out. You've got a good old friend, Jess Gamer, and Diablo commentating on that, replacing Andy Justin. They'll be back next week in that tip, so do feel free to go and spur them on.
Let's see, Roadhouse currently a 1/10 of a second up on his best, coming up towards Spoon. Seems to be taking it rather cautiously. I think he's backed out of that one.
Yeah, looks like he's backed out at the number 66 there, driving a good old friend of our number, actually, isn't he?
Yeah, Vector. We're down in F6 actually. F5,
F5,
sorry,
yeah,
F5.
F5. Don't know if I think he survived so far. We'll find that out later on if he's not in a wall. But
of course,
Flying Finn,
he's driving.
Well, kinda.
Yeah. Well, he's Vector is driving, of course, the absolute best car in the game, the Hype Energy Force India. So yeah.
Now, don't forget, by the way, yes, so it's Flying Finn, and well, Flying Finn proving that maybe he needs a little bit better internet, maybe to potentially get one of these new Elgatos that he can stream perfectly on.
Yeah, does not have anything to do with internet connection.
Well, still need to stream.
However, though. Yeah, but, it's not quite the seamless plug I would have liked, but anyways.
Yeah. Meanwhile. Well, could be worse. Casper in the pit lane. Roadhouse on circuit, just coming up towards Lee Degner corner. Tricky in the wet, this corner. It's easy to aquaplane there. The gravel trap does slow you down a little bit. It's one of the very old school circuits here. Lot of gravel around the circuit. Now, as we found out in qualification, and if you watch the F1, doesn't tend to do very well to the circuit, and it doesn't tend to go well when you're skating off into the wall. Hashtag sad face emojis.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, oh dear, that doesn't sound very happy for Vesto. That sounds like a broken engine.
I think he may have run out of fuel, maybe. But he would have been going slower than that. Maybe it was just a really slow build-up lap. Yeah, he's going for a lap here.
Yep. His engine's not having a good day on our end. Big Parenta through turn 1. Absolutely committed, by the way. I think he's a little bit too committed. The sun's starting to shine through the sky. 44 seconds to go in qualification. Massive slide on the exit there. The Toro Rosso flying here up the hill. Then they go. Right, left. Sliding all the time. Now bring it back to the right. 4th gear. Maybe down a 3rd if you need the grip. Now back up into 4th if you're already in it. Up into 5th potentially on the exit. Long old left-hander. Wants that curve on the exit. Want to get a big slide. He does do so. Up to 5th. Into 6th. Down into Degner then. Down 2 gears potentially. Chucks it into 6th this time. A little bit of cut there. Into Degner 2. Chuck it in. Easy does it. Don't want to overcook it here as they come under the tunnel. Back into the puddles. Roadhouse retires from the session. down into the hairpin then. And Roadhouse up to third. Yes, great quality for him. So far into second gear goes Big Parenta then. Now, out he comes then, up to fourth, into fifth, up to sixth then. Building the speed then, massive slide. You can see aquaplaning here as the puddle starting to form on the exit then. Down into Spoon he comes then, chuck it down into the round then. Build the speed, be gentle on the exit. Don't want to aquaplane here as they come to the most crucial section on the circuit, the long straight, down to 130R. Not as tight as it, well, more tight than it used to be, not as flat out, but in these conditions, maybe just a bit of a lift then. Through he comes there, small lift there, easy as you want there, down into the last chicane then. Easy does it into fourth, third, down into second, maybe if you need it, blast it out of the exit, and that is a lap of Suzuka. Will Big Parenta get that car on pole position? It looks a brilliant lap time. Does he go? No, he doesn't.
A long way off, 0.6 of a second.
What about
the two
Lee?
guys up front?
And
Flying Finn down the lap. He's about to finish.
Up the last corner. Let's see what he can do. 1:42.0. He did this earlier on. 1:41.6. What about Lee? Can he do anything about that one? Big lock up into the chicane. Out he comes in fourth gear. The rear end squirming away in the Ferrari. Let's see what can he do. Takes a tight line, across the line. Can't do it, but only 2 tenths off. Who else is on a lap? Solid Ninja potentially. So is Cookie. They're following each other here.
Yeah, Cookie getting a cheeky slipstream down towards 130R. He only needs 200ths to displace Solid Ninja, but Solid Ninja needs to find another 0.8 of a second to try and displace Casper. So there's huge gaps between the field and the full wet conditions. Solid Ninja to the line. Can he improve?
Nope. Yes. And Cookie does as well, I think. They're both improved.
Sebastian Vettel just went 6th on my screen.
Ah. Well then. Now his qualification over. So pole position is AOR Flying Finn with a little bit of lag there. Ahead of Lee in P2. And Roadhouse P3. Ah, Pedro's disconnected already. Big Parenta in fourth. Cookie in fifth. Sebastian Vettel in P5. He'll get another chance then. Casper P7. Solid Ninja in 8th. Shumi down in 9th. Kevin Magnussen in 10th. Calzo in 11th and Lakitu in 12th. And I think we have lost 2 or 3 people here.
Yeah, before the start. But yeah, let's see if Big Parenta can wrap the title up in Suzuka.
Yeah, he's going to be crucial, isn't it? Well, here we go then.
Oh,
and it is
dear Lord.
Absolutely chucking it down here. Under the clouds here in Suzuka. We are in for a very soggy Grand Prix.
Yeah, they're on the inters from what I saw there.
Yeah, so a little bit lighter.
Yeah, they might have to transition to full wets really early on and might end up changing again. But we only have 10 drivers starting this race.
Yeah, we seem to have lost a few there. That is a real shame that we've lost some of the drivers here. I was hoping for a little bit more, but unfortunately not to be. Well, let's get ready to go for the race. And they're on the grid. 5 LED lights. And we are lights down, and away we go. And AOR Flying Finn launches that car off the grid there. Lee trundling behind the rest of the field as they squirm their way to turn number 1. Flying Finn leads ahead, then Shumi down the back. Meanwhile, having a bit of battle there, Toro Rosso and Salva battling as they come into turn number 2 there. And Roadhouse up to P3 and keeps that there. Cookie up to a good start for him as well. Everyone seems to be going through turn 1 and turn 2 correctly. Yes, they have done. Calzo down in 10th, but up front, Flying Finn blart away and already opening a gap on these intermediate conditions then. Lee in second, Roadhouse third, Big Parenta having a little look already immediately as they come in towards Degner for the first time out of Dunlop as well, and it all seems to be a good start for everyone.
Yeah, Casper having a move on Solid Ninja as well. There's a little bit of movement going on down here at the back. So we have DRS boards getting destroyed on the way down, but a very even getaway off the front of the grid.
Big Parenta has made contact there with Roadhouse, and they almost both go around. They just about keep it themselves on the island. It's all getting a little bit close here as Calzo passes Shumi already on lap number 1. Good start for him. Lakitu down in 10th as well, and Pedro's joined, but it's a little bit too late there, Sunshine. Meanwhile, Flying Finn running a little bit wide. Lisa is in second, and has Cookie made a mistake there already?
He actually almost had a go with Big Parenta into Spoon, but he just lost the rear end a little bit.
Great start from the drivers. They've kept it relatively clean, haven't they?
Yeah, they really have. Apart from, I think the only driver with damage is Lakitu with, one lap.
Cookie. Sunshine.
How?
We need a word. How have you done that, mate? How do you get a penalty in one lap?
I don't know. That's 3 successive corner cuts in 1 lap.
Absolutely remarkable, isn't it? I mean, it's so hard to get a penalty here. Well, he's stopped behind Big Parenta now. Flying Finn leads the way, and he is from Finland, by the way. Don't worry. I can confirm he is definitely Finnish.
Yep.
Hopefully, doesn't start lagging.
Well, he seems to be okay at the moment. Lee sits behind the race winner from Austria. And let's see where he can go then. Roadhouse and Big Parenta, Cookie, the Slovenian. I think I'm right in that.
Yes, you are.
Not Slovakian, Slovenian. There is a difference. They get angry. And then Casper sitting behind Cookie. Of course, he needs to outscore Big Parenta to have any sort of chance of beating Big Parenta to the championship. It's going to be a big ask.
Meanwhile, someone else has got a penalty there. Big Parenta still stuck behind Roadhouse here, and that is seriously difficult, by the way. Casperlo down in 6th. He really, this is not the place he wants to be, by the way. In terms of championship, I think it will go to the next round if they do finish like they are currently, but it's going to be even more difficult, especially here. So he really needs to make a move. Well, meanwhile, though, the top 2 haven't really opened up a gap yet.
No, but they Lee is still within about a second of Flying Finn, who goes wide at a 130, or very wide. And Lee now just maybe trying to close up a little bit here. Big Parenta right on the back of Roadhouse, who's run through the Casio triangle. Oh, getting sideways on the exit.
Yep, Lee fastest lap meanwhile, so they're all pushing it here. Roadhouse low, he's in 3rd, and that's not often we see him up so well. So good for him to be all the way. Let's hope he can maintain that position here. It's Cookie running okay. He's got a penalty nonetheless, but he's running fine there, currently in P5. This time, hopefully, I won't curse that one though.
Well, Roadhouse was fighting for the win in Austria, just couldn't quite get it. I think he finished 3rd in that race, which is a good result for him. He's also 3rd in the championship.
Now, expect it will start to dry out later on in the race, I've just been told. So, changeable conditions always. Can we see the sun starting to shine a little bit now above the clouds?
Whoa, Cookie almost binned it out of 2nd Degner.
Let's not curse the Cookie.
Yeah, looks like Flying Finn had a bit of a mare coming out of that last corner, because now Lee's just suddenly pulled about a second out of him.
Yeah, I think a little bit of lag starting to build back up, I'm afraid, for a Flying Finn. Let's hope it does not...
Oh, he's got a penalty.
Yeah.
Lee leads.
He does now. That is crucial for some of these drivers. However, just look at the gap these two have already got to the rest of the field. And Big Parenta, by the way, still stopped behind the McLaren, the Toro Rosso there, and then the Sauber. Then behind them comes one of the Haas's there. Then we got Saloninja and the other McLaren. The Mercedes there of Calzo, Schumi, and Lakitu all the way down the back, having a fractured time there. He's lost half the front wing. Flying Finn squirming out on that throttle. He is not having a good day there. As Lee sets another fastest lap here today.
Yeah, he got that penalty for running right wide out of Spoon corner. Let's see if Parenta can have a look into the first corner. No way through there. He's getting right up. Roadhouse is chuff here, and he needs to get past.
There's two joining the session, however, it's a little bit in vain.
The pity qualified in the top 5.
Yeah, qualified right up there, who knows. And Lee's starting to drop back a little bit now then. 1.3 seconds, so he's dropped about half a second all of a sudden. So a little bit of pressure as we ride on board with Big Parenta. Stuck behind the McLaren now, only 3/10 here, and you can just see in these fast corners a lot more consistent, a lot more conservative on his acceleration, a little bit cautious here, and he's probably wondering if he can make a move in the coming corners. Has a little dive there, but a little bit too far back to try that. Doesn't want to chop off the front wing there. Vicky, meanwhile, sitting behind there as Lakitu gets himself a penalty there, and where's he done that? And there's a bit of a sideways battle there between Calzo and Solo Ninja as they come out of the hairpin as well.
Yeah, let's see if Big Parenta can get a good run out of Spoon. Roadhouse has gone a bit wide there. He needs to run out of this corner, out of Spoon. Let's see if he can do it. I think Roadhouse just got a better run than him towards 130R. He's going to have a slipstream, but it's not going to be enough.
Roadhouse will have a little bit of a distant tow as well for a brief minute off of Lee as well, just up ahead. Now, this could be the opportunity we are looking for if he's close enough, but still a little bit too hard to make a pop into chicane. Meanwhile, further down the field, Calzo and Solid Ninja still running nose to tail. This flying Finn opens that gap. Solid Ninja off the road a little bit there, and this might allow the Mercedes to come through. A good old exit here. Blasted down the straight, completely sides on the exit. Here we go. Slipstream down the straight, now pulling to the inside potentially. Is Solid Ninja going to react to it? I think not. That's going to be brave. And down the inside to turn one. What a move there. Running wide goes Solid Ninja. But it's done and dusted. Up into P7. What a overtake.
Brilliant move from Calzo there. Really, really audacious. Went really late on those brakes. It's hard to go down the inside there. It's actually easier to go around the outside in these new breed of cars.
Yeah, and these hybrid cars around the outside is come a little more often. You don't really remember, we don't ever see it back in the old days before the hybrid turbo eras, but nowadays, around the outside, a lot easier to go up the inside, however. It's bold. It's very bold. Talking about getting a bit bold. The Parenta getting a little bit ballsy on the curbs there, getting an absolute tank slap. And Calzo gets a time penalty, by the way. That's another 3 seconds to him. I think he's got 6 of them now. He's stuck behind Cookie. So, already on lap number 5, and we're already coming to a stage where, look at the sky, it's starting to get a little bit more sunny, Soup.
Yes, it is. It's,
as you blow your nose?
Yes. Glad you like that audio. But, yeah, you can see the breaks in the clouds, so it's gonna stop raining quite shortly. And Big Parenta is a lot closer than he has been in the previous laps.
He's got a massive tow here as they come into 130R, but dirty air, this will affect them massively. Sideways goes Big Parenta. Is he close enough? No, Roadhouse brakes extremely late. One of the late breakers here. He has to be within about 2, maybe on 1 temp fuels to make a move there. Flying Finn is absolutely flying. Well, it's in his name, I suppose. Pun intended. He is going for it like a bat out of hell. Meanwhile, Big Parenta still 2 temps behind.
Big battle between Casper and Cookie here. He's going to have to go to the outside of turn 1. He's going to be able to do it. He's going to try it. No.
Has to back off in the end. The Haas stuck behind the Sauber. This is a big battle there as Cookie completely sideways. He's becoming a bit of a soggy Cookie as well again. I remember what happened last time he said that. He crashed into a wall. Let's hope I haven't put the commentator's curse twice on it.
I don't know what Flying Finn has got on that car. But my God,
wings
it's quick.
like an aeroplane. Meanwhile, talking about having wings, the Red Bull start, well, the Toro also start behind the McLaren. And he's getting closer. I think he might have a pop up the inside, Soup, if he gets close enough. He gets a good exit here, potentially. He's in the window to make a pop, potentially. Just try it if he wants, but he's still too far back. Let's have a look, by the way, between the Haas and Cookie. Big lock up there, and he just gets that thing slowed down. Behind, meanwhile, and still a bit of a battle there potentially between Calzo and Solid Ninja, and then a bit of a gap there to Shumi. And Lakitu, unfortunately, with that damage, seems to be out of this race nearly. He's going to have to make a stop for a new front wing, but he's no point pitting. Just wait until it dries out and then just get those new super soft tyres potentially, I think.
Great run from Parenta.
Yeah, there we go.
Great run.
Pedro's
here we go towards 130R.
Closing, 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 closing. Don't try it. Back off there a little bit. Wait and conserve. He tried to have a move. That's he had to lift off. That's going to cost him huge time here. And that's all he needed to do. Roadhouse that he should have rated until he should have just kept the throttle in potentially. Just tried to go up the inside into the last corner because that's what's affected his run through this entire section. But he's still close. It's not over yet. Down towards turn number 1. Here we go. The Toro Rosso blasting the McLaren just ahead. He's still having a look to the inside. Let's see. He just about sees him there, but no way through still. The McLaren holds his ground. He has the high ground, of course. And just like Obi-Wan had Anakin, can still not get past. And Big Parenta, the chosen one for the championship here, stuck behind McLaren.
Yeah, and also no changes between. Oh, Cookie's losing it. He still holds on to it, but he's really struggling to stay in front of Casper here.
Yeah, leads to it. Meanwhile, the Keto in the pit lane. I thought he might stay out. Unfortunately, he's had to come in, so that is his race. Well and truly run already, and we've only
Trent is going to have a pop here. Definitely up towards the hairpin. Let's see if he can make it. No. No, he actually didn't, interesting enough. Let's go wide and get the run out of the hairpin towards
Meanwhile,
Spoon.
Cookie, meanwhile, is going defensive and trying around the outside there. That's a brave one there. He's not doing that. He's squeezed off there. He's giving him just enough space and cannot get through that. Cookie, is it crumbling? Oh, dear. Oh, he's always crumbling as I say it. Oh, dear. And he's got damage as well. And... oh, he's back down the inside there and locks up the car. Into him he goes and back through. This isn't going to be over for a while. He's sliding off the road and they just make more contact and time penalty there for the lead up. That's 6 seconds now for him.
Yeah, so he's dropped, but actually no, Lee has just picked up a 3-second time penalty as well. Prentice still not able to find a way past, and I think Casper may have just had a pop into 130R as Cookie goes way off the road.
Cookie, don't do that, mate. Stop sliding.
Christ almighty, now Calzo and Solid Ninja are about to get involved as Casper goes down the inside. No.
Almost got punted in the wall there. And Casper weaving, what are you doing, he says. He is absolutely livid with Cookie right now. He's still holding that line, sliding completely sideways through the exit of turn 1. This is getting interesting. Meanwhile, Parenta and Roadhouse still together. That's going to be a battle for the ages.
He's still stuck behind the McLaren here, and you can tell he is quicker, but he just can't find that run. He's going to have to try it into the hairpin. There's no other way.
Cookie's still sliding like an absolute donkey here.
Let's have a look at Parenta. Is he going to try it? No, nope. He's Rojas just not leaving the room that he needs.
Let's have a look. Casper and Cookie. Cookie goes defensive. Here we go, around the outside this time. Cookie's going to still be there. He's got a bit of contact this time around. And I think he's got him around the outside. On board we go with Calzo here as he wants these to squirm away in the throttle. And he's going off. God. He's going in the wall. Oh, God.
Still holds on to it. Oh, my Lord. That's brought Calzo right into the fight now.
And unfortunately, as per usual with me, I thought maybe he wouldn't have crumbled. I was wrong.
Oh, Parenta with a mega run through 130R. He's going to have a pop into the Casio triangle to the outside of the McLaren. Let's see if he can do it. That's going to be brave. No, he tried to do a Hulkenberg, but not quite.
And the wet. Very audacious. Doesn't want to hit that barrier.
Yeah. This is the rain. The rain's getting lighter.
It is getting lighter. We can see there from a commentary box window overlooking the circuit. Calzo in now. That's potentially front wing damage. Cookie definitely has damage. Luckily though, that front right wheel didn't fly off that time. And this now Solid Ninja and Casper now together as well. As continuing though, Parenta now as these conditions start getting drier is closing, and the top two have penalties by the way, and that is crucial. And Calzo gets ahead of Cookie in the pit lane as well because of that.
Yeah.
These two. Doing good.
Roadhouse is just keeping... He's actually matching the pace of Lee, but we know Parenta's quicker, surely. He's going to have a pop.
There we go. This is the one. No, he just seems to be a little bit nervous. The McLaren in these conditions just seems to have a better braking ability, just seems to have better brakes overall than the Toro Rosso, who slides out of the corner. It just seems to have less traction out of that halo. He needs to try and force Roadhouse to go to the inside out of this corner here. Just go defensive, make him take a shallow line here. And that's the crucial thing. And these guys, they're not too far behind the likes of Lee as well. And top front though, flying is the Flying Finn, and off goes Lee as well. Parenta's getting another run.
Well now Lee is actually, Flying Finn is actually in the, oh god. Was that a bit of lag?
A bit of lag there, and I think he's damaged the car.
No, I think he just had a bit of a moment there. But now Flying Finn is actually now in the race lead because he's pulled more than 6 seconds. But Lee is dropping into the clutches of Roadhouse.
Yeah, he did just go off the road. I know he's coming into 130R. He had a massive tank slapper. He just caught the end of it. He was completely sideways there. So luckily, he didn't lose the rear, but I think Big Parenta might be a little bit angry about that. A little kind of lag spike. Sector 2 yellow flags, and please don't say that's Cookie. It's not. Oh dear, it's Lakito.
Oh, where's he gone off there?
That's just coming out.
Down towards Spoon.
Yeah, now he's dropped that very early on there. Oh dear. Well, never mind. Lakito, how has he done that? He must have gone on the curb, maybe. We saw him there, he was completely backwards. We saw him just slide. Luckily, he didn't hit that wall somehow. But completely off the circuit here. Meanwhile, Cookie's got another penalty to add to his misery there. And he has definitely been dunked in milk and is not going well for him.
Oh, God, Lakito was sideways through 130 R.
He's gonna crash if he's not careful. He's gonna crash, I think, if he's not careful here. He wants to be careful. These conditions are so treacherous here. Sliding out of every single corner of every ounce of steam he's got. Just trying to keep that thing in a straight line. Roadhouse and Big Parenta starting to catch each other. That's going to be an interesting scrap if they catch each other again. We saw how they've been going. But look at the sky. It's getting lighter.
Yeah, Parenta's just... You can see how much more pace he's got, because he's pulled about half a second back on Roadhouse on that lap.
It's Lord now, lap 11 of 27. Flying Finn, flying away up the road now by almost 8 seconds there from Lee, who's going a little bit sideways again. Roadhouse holding off Big Parenta. How long? We don't know. That's the battle we're looking at so far. Casper in P5 driving a lonely race so far. But if anything happens, he's got a nice little bit of gap behind him and ahead of him as well. So Angelo had a bit of a battle earlier on, passing Shumi, who's struggling in the Williams. Calzo, who's just going backwards there and almost crashes into the pit wall, getting caught by Cookie, who's completely sideways, as he always is. And the Kitu, who's having a treacherous time here in these simply horrifying condition here as he comes out of screen, completely sideways as well. He's down in 10th. 2 drivers out of this race before it even began. That was Pedro, and I believe who else did we lose?
I think we had Vesto go as well.
Yeah, Vesto went as well though. Good spot there, Steve, as well. But 7.4, it's coming down a little bit again there. Let's keep an eye, by the way. The battle for 3rd and 4th. Now, remember, as it finishes right now, the championship will not be decided here today. It will be decided next time out. I believe, where are we next time?
I'd have to imagine Kota.
I think it might be Kota. I think so. I think the final is... it might be one of the two of them. Someone maybe can let us know that. We should know, but it's just come off the top of our memories. It's flown away, so maybe Steve, you can have a little look at that whilst I have a little look through the field. A lot of battles going on. Nearest battle is Big Parenta and Roadhouse, who are closing up now. 5/10 the gap now, and that is closing very rapidly.
Yes, it is. And so Big Parenta, if he gets into the lead of this race and Casper stays where he is, then he'll be the champion.
So championship could be decided today still then.
It's quite an ask though, because Flying Finn is 8 seconds clear of Lee. Lee is a further 3.7 seconds clear, so he needs to pull back 12 seconds once he gets past Roadhouse.
Now remember though, Flying Finn has got a 6 seconds time penalty. Lee has got a 3 second time penalty, so this is all going to pay in to his hands, and that is the most crucial hand. So he has got a finger on that World Championship trophy, and Shumi, talk about penalties, gets a 3 second time penalty as well. And he's under pressure from Calzo, who's coming under a little bit of pressure from Cookie, I think.
Yes.
Well, I say Calzo's and Shumi are close. They're completely different ends of the circuit, but Cookie's closing. Good to see. He's not crassed off yet, but he nearly did. But he's doing well.
Just trying to do some calculating here. Yeah, if he does somehow get into the lead, and Casper holds on where he is, then he will become the champion.
Roadhouse is struggling here out of the chicane. Down towards the first corner. I don't know. All the corners are named. I think the first corner isn't. But this is a brilliant run.
Gonna have a pop with him.
He's got a brilliant run. Here we go. He has to look down to the inside. Has to back off there. Calzo gets a penalty. Meanwhile. And a little bit wide again, but Roadhouse just seems for some reason to have that edge here in these intermediate conditions. For some whatever reason, Big Parenta cannot get past.
Yeah, as you forget to pronounce R's.
Yeah, I've forgotten the R in everyone's name today. 13 and 27, coming to midway, aren't we?
Yep. Let's see if Big Parenta can have a pop at him here. He just seems reluctant to do so. And I think Roadhouse knows that.
He doesn't want to risk the car, because remember, these guys are catching up to Lee, and Lakitu gets another penalty for his miseries.
Yeah, he's 39 seconds behind the nearest car. Let's see, Parenta, good run up to Spoon. He needs to run out of Spoon, though. And he is getting that. He's already catching up to Roadhouse, and this is going to be a crucial run. Brilliant run, brilliant.
He compromised himself here. Now, he just needs to not lift off. He just needs to floor it. Try not to close up. But Roadhouse here, I believe, he just takes the line here just to force Big Parenta to lift off. Ever so slightly, goes to the outside again. Now he's alongside. He's now slightly ahead of him. Now he's ahead. Now he's still ahead.
Oh,
Roadhouse gets a penalty for cutting track limits there. I don't know what happened there. We got a yellow flag somewhere around the circuit, and that there is Lakitu who's gone off down towards the S section here. So now up to third.
Yeah, I think Roadhouse may have cut the last chicane.
Ever so slightly.
Whatever happened? But he certainly didn't deserve 10 seconds.
It's all an injury in the pit lane. Now what's that for? Intermediate tyres that going back on? I'd only imagine it would be.
Yeah, I think it's the first set of inters.
So a little bit of a front wing. A little bit of front wing adjustment potentially. Maybe not happy with the car. But the Parenta now, 15 points.
He is in third. He is in third, yeah.
Casper, though, is in fourth, I believe. We are counting it, maybe.
Yeah, he should be. I think. Yeah, he should be at this point.
Just.
He is. 9.2 seconds, that would be.
And opening up all the time.
At the moment.
Look at the lead that Flying Finn's got. He is absolutely going for it here. That is brilliant driving for someone we've seen struggle quite a lot in the last few races. Doing so well ahead of Lee, Roadhouse and Big Parenta, though.
I don't know what you mean about struggle, since he's won in Malaysia last week in dominant fashion in the wet. So
I wasn't there, didn't see it.
Yeah, no, he dominated in the wet last week, so I'd only assume he's going to do the same thing today.
Well, adjustments are in need then.
Yeah.
Has not struggled in the last few races, and still surprisingly low how he's pulling away in these conditions. For such a young age, 13, I believe we said it was 13 years old. And
Roadhouse is in.
Yeah, now. What was that for?
Big Parenta almost followed him in and hit the pit wall. He was sideways, but yeah, no, the intermediate's looking very blistered now. If you look right on board with Parenta.
Super soft tyres. Soft tyres is that going on?
Oh, that's a mistake.
That is. Surely that is. We've seen it before when McLaren do this.
That's
surely
a pit stop
not
mistake. Yeah.
That is surely going to be. He's going to struggle there. Right?
However,
it's overtime then. Surely is he retired already or something? He's ghosting on my end.
However, no, the rain has stopped. Look.
Ah, it has now. Is that a strategic masterclass? I think he's struggling to get on the power. It's maybe a lap or two too early.
Yeah, he's just trying to get that advantage, but look how much he's struggling up the hill.
Yeah, he's going to be under pressure from his teammates soon if he's not careful here. Struggling he is there. Fourth gear, can't even get the throttle down there, or even half throttle.
Ah, 9 seconds.
9 seconds, he's going to get disqualified if he's not careful.
However, he's still in the lead.
Yes, still in the lead.
He's got to be careful because Parenta, he's got no penalties, and he's very rarely he does pick up a penalty, so he's got to be careful this man doesn't close in on him.
Yeah, indeed, and Casper still just about holding on to championship hopes. Ahead of Shumi and Roadhouse.
Flying Finn is in.
Yeah, Flying Finn now. Let's go to him. Is that for soft tyres? It is.
Yes.
I see soft tyres coming out there.
That's a gamble.
That is a serious gamble. Those tyres are a shot. And Lakitu, a 5-second stop go penalty for speeding in the pit lane there. Now, is that...
Parenta.
Yeah, Big Parenta in. Now, that seems to also be an imagined soft tyres.
Yeah, it's a big gamble for these guys to go so early. And it's a double stack.
Oh, he's been held in the pit lane ever so slightly. It's back on the intermediate tyres. You think, no, it's back on softs, I would say. It sowed intermediates for a brief second, then switched to softs. So
it's too early. It's definitely too early because Casper's going to get flying fin here.
Yellow flags, who's that for there? Someone spun some around the circuit. Cookie.
Lakitu.
Lakitu
in turn 1.
Yeah, he's gone straight on then.
Casper's up. Look, he's going to get him.
And he's hit.
He's hit him and he's through. Right now, that's far too early for Flying Finn and certainly definitely for Big Purenta as well. These guys have taken a gamble. I don't think it's the right choice.
Well, Lee could find himself when he pits. I mean, crossover, imagine about 2 or 3 laps time, maybe even next lap, maybe. You can just see, look at the puddles still around the end of the circuit. It's not as much spray, but you can just see the water here down towards Spoon. These guys are going to seriously struggle here into this last sector. Just look here how struggling Flying Finn here. It's up the road, almost 3 seconds already. Casper flying.
And Solid Ninja passed his teammate very easily there.
Yep, down towards deck number 1 and 2.
And also, Shumi's still out on the inters, and he's catching Flying Finn at a rate of not he could be on for a podium yet.
Well, never say never. Remember, these guys all have to still pit. And
yeah,
maybe these top guys might pit.
It's still too late for those soft tyres. In comes Lee. It's still too early.
Oh, he's going to get a penalty, I think. Oh, just about all that slowed down. Super soft tyres, is that? No, soft tyres, yes. Back switching there. Soft tyres again going on. Casper in as well. Soft tyres. These guys all made the worst strategic call. Flying Finn almost slides off the wall. I think Lee here might come out in a good position. And someone yellow flags flying up here. Is that Lakitu going off again? In the wall there, down into 130R. He's hit the wall. Flying Finn, Lee into P2. Shumi stays out on those intermediate tyres.
I think he's still on the right tyre, Shumi, at the moment.
It could be a strategic masterclass, you know.
But he's going to drop back quite a bit.
Ah. That's another 5-second stop-go penalty for him. That's not gone well for him.
Yeah. Remember, technically, Lee is still in the lead.
Yeah, he's more than just in the lead. He is. He's got a 9 second. He's only got 3-second time penalty, so he's more than just in the lead. He is massively. Casper on the super soft tyres, should I say? And Lakitu
catching up to Lee, though.
Just sent a sad face and Cookie. Off the road there, and oh dear.
Oh dear.
And into the wall. Luckily no damage on the rear end.
Yeah. You can also see Roadhouse, I think, has just been passed by Calzo as well.
Oh dear. Oh dear. And that is Cookie. And well,
Shumi is pushing hard. He's catching up to Lee.
Yeah, he is.
However, those intermediates are very worn.
Yeah, well, I imagine he'll have to come in soon. I mean, just wait. Is it a gamble to try and go to the end? Can you go to the end on these tyres? It's going to be a risk. These tyres are at least around about the 30-40% range, maybe even the 50s if they're not careful. You can see locking up. I think it's time for. I think it's time now. I think he'll come in. He's got. I think he surely has to come in. He is coming in. There's two out.
However, we're still not at that crossover.
Chuck on a set of super softs, maybe. Is that super softs I see on the in the pit lane? It is.
But you can still see the spray. Is my only thing. The only one on intermediates currently is Solid Ninja
and Cookie, but he hasn't got a front wing.
Yeah. Well, Solid Ninja goes to 5th.
Solid Ninja, can he go? It's just so difficult. He pitted again for intermediate tyres not that long ago, so I think if he wants DRS enabled, it is the crossover. Now we go. So, Calzo and
oh
dear.
No!
No! Oh, he's gone from 130 up. He's gone from 130 up. Oh,
I think he's been killed.
God, that
Cookie's
is
crumbled.
Yeah, Cookie crumpled again, and
oh, here we go. Roadhouse on Calzo. He's on intermediate, so he's not going to be able to fight at all. He's going to try. It's an interesting place to try into Degner 1.
Yeah, squeeze him off, gives him shovel just enough room down out of Degner 2. Here we go then. Up the inside. He'll go up the inside, I think. Oh, he's forced around the outside there. Doesn't see how early the Mercedes has to brake on those tyres there. Struggles to get past Calzo. He's rather blocking the door there, unfortunately, there, as we now get to the more tricky stage of the thing. Calzo sliding that car to its absolute limit, now up the inside into Spoon. He gives him room, just about sees him there, runs wide. What's out for the Williams? He's coming down the inside. Calzo, is that?
Yeah,
going off the road, and Shumi. Yes, Shumi was trying to spot that. Starting to open up, well, close up. And up front, Flying Finn has a little bit of a gap now. However, Big Parenta only needs to find 3 attempts. He is going to be P2. And how many seconds has Lee got? I think he's got 3 or 6, so he could win this race.
Yeah, he's got 3 seconds of a time penalty. So now, right now, if he just finds those 3 tenths, he's going to... No, he's not actually. No, he's not.
Win?
He's actually he's 14 seconds behind the leader.
Ah. My apologies.
He's 4 seconds.
Roadhouse off the road and turn number 1 up the inside. There goes the Williams. Easy pickings there. Ishimi locked up there. Did Roadhouse, and it looks like it might still be raining a little bit. You know.
It's just the spray coming off the tires. Solid Ninjas into the pit lane. Just come out of the pit lane on super softs.
Going to the end. Same with Calzo as well. Question is low. Can Casper's tyres go the distance? He pitted about 3 laps ago. Can they do 10 all that? That's a big ask.
Well, right now he's keeping the championship alive. By
just
being where
about.
He is.
The championship, how much the gap would be?
Well, it's at 34 at the moment.
Indeed.
So it'll just go to 36.
Yeah, it's going to be close. And remember, only was it 50 points into the next 2 races. It's going to be difficult.
Yeah, I think at this point Big Parenta has it all wrapped up, but he just can't find the...
We'll do it next time out, if anything. He'll try and do it next time out. Of course, when we arrive to believe it's Kota. Someone can let us know if it's Kota. I think it should be Kota.
It should be.
It
is Kota.
Yes, and then the final is, I believe it might be in Abu Dhabi.
Well, we have Brazil, then Abu Dhabi.
Yes. There's still a little bit to go.
Yeah, Flying Finn, that's saying fastest laps. It's going to be back-to-back.
Victories to Malaysia, to Japan. That's how we'll see Malaysia, by the way, last time out.
Yeah, it was, and it was pouring rain.
Never see it again in the F1 game. But next season, we'll see a potentially. I said potentially. We'll see what happens. A return to Paul Ricard. Looking forward to seeing that track. Yeah, and Hockenheim as well. And as you remember from the real life Hockenheim race, German Grand Prix.
Oh God,
it's a little bit soggy. Just after the checker flag, as it usually does, heaven literally, and I say literally, opened the floodgates of hell. My God, it absolutely, well, death just occurred on the race circuit, really. If you haven't seen the thing, there off goes Calzo there, and that's not a place you want to go off the road nearly. And done
yeah.
Ah.
Well, I can say, Big Parenta is starting to go quickly, because he's pulled 2 seconds on Lee.
And he's already opened up 2 seconds on Casper. That's not a lap. This could be a mega lap. 36 was his lap. He's setting with 36.2 as well. Fastest lap of the race. And he now 14 seconds between the top 3.
Yeah, it's going to be tied.
Can Big Parenta close up? What do you need to find? 4 seconds?
Yeah, he needs to find 4 seconds.
And the key to another penalty there. However, he is in 9th. Not having the best of days though.
If he did manage to take the win, and Casper remained in 4th position.
Ninja takes that fast lap.
Never mind.
Well,
never mind.
What have you done?
Well, he's definitely not going to do it now.
Indeed. Casper.
So now he needs to find 7 seconds to catch up to Lee.
Yes. Unless the top 2 get penalties again, which is possible. Remember, these guys are on their final warnings, I believe. And these guys are catching Lakita, who can come into a little bit of a role here. He's getting that for the 2nd time here today.
But anyway, I was saying the gap would go up to 48 points.
So he needs to find 2 points.
Whoa.
Oh, flying Finn almost out of the, well, out of everything. And Roadhouse gets a penalty. If Casper gets a penalty, by the way, I don't think Shumi's got a penalty. And Shumi is flying.
Yes, he is.
Gap between those two, 34, 5, my god. The gap between Casper and Shumi was it 9 seconds.
Casper, 34-4.
Yeah, on Wembley. Super soft tyres versus the soft tyres.
You know what? Casper could steal 3rd.
He could.
And that'll be a turn up for the books.
But the thing is,
he needs to Here needs to
those
find
tyres
3
are going
seconds.
off. Yeah, those tyres though will not last that time. Solid Ninja though, 33.3. Just the time is dropping. Remember though, it's getting the track temperature's rising all the time here. About 4 o'clock in game time there, and off goes Casper. Well, you've cursed that one too well and truly again. Well done, Sunshine. Oh dear, well, Shumi's got a penalty as well. Well, never mind, I cursed that one as well.
Race over.
Below to well, it's not race over. Never say anything there. There's still potentially battles here. Roadhouse is catching though. Roadhouse is definitely catching on those soft tyres.
Yeah, definitely is.
Oh, God!
He's got 12 seconds of penalties now.
Lee's going to win this race, is he not? He's only... Yeah, he's going to win here, I think. It's just going to be mightily close.
12.
Yeah.
It's going to be tight.
It's going to be ruddy tight.
Nah, Flying Finn's still in the lead by 7/10 per second.
Don't forget, though, still might come down.
It's going up rapidly.
Yeah, he's pushing out, but the more he pushes, though, more like it is for him to make a mistake. Must be careful.
Yeah.
Oh, he just
that's
completely
a huge corner cut.
cuts
that's
the corner.
That's a massive corner cut right there.
Yeah, well, I'll say that was almost a commentator's curse again. He is going to get a penalty here, I think.
Yeah, he's surely.
That gap, he is opening it like a rapid ball in a china shop.
Let's have a look. Surely he picked up a warning for that. Oh, there's a huge list of warnings in here in the race director.
Don't even want to look at them ones there. It may go on for
he's got his warning. He got his warning for that one.
So one more of them, I might get a slam dunk then. He might even get disqualified if he's not careful. Got 12, I think the maximum is 15. He could get disqualified there.
Yeah, he's got 4th, yeah. Could well do. He's got to be careful. Especially around these chicanes, because this is going to be another fastest lap, by the way.
Yeah, this is going to be, I think, maybe into the 32s, 31s.
However, you got to remember that he completely cut the corner at Degner, so...
yes, take a second maybe off of it because of that. If he does it one more time, though, it could all be over here. We're riding on, well, we're watching the Hype Force India. Don't forget to tweet out hashtag AOR Hype.
We've got 4 laps left to go.
Only 4 laps left to go as well, and it's coming to this stage now. We've said it so often, it's getting very, very intriguing here. With Flying Finn maybe on his last warning. Oh, must be careful there. That might be another warning to his list of horrors.
Let's have a look. No.
Gets away with it there, and you can see it's still spitting of rain here. Lee in second, Big Parenta in third. Casper a further about 9 seconds behind. Doesn't seem like he's going to be closing up anytime soon. Shumi, then we've got Roadhouse, or the Ninja, Calzo, and the Kitu. Still driving around there in 10th position. Doing surprisingly good job, suppose, for the incidents he's had. He was been pointing at the wall most of the time in those treacherous conditions. But credit where due, he's managed to keep the car out of the Armco barrier and kept all 4 tyres on. Something Cookie unfortunately couldn't do. Piling into the wall in the exit of 130R.
Yep. But
at 25.
Title not going to be wrapped up today, but definitely going to be wrapped up next week.
Indeed.
Unless there's a huge disaster by Parenta.
Yes, or Flying Finn has a simply horrifying moment and gets himself another penalty, in which case it could all be over. We know he is nearing disqualification. He's only got 2 and a bit more laps after this to go, and then we'll find out where the order lies, because in 12 seconds he wants to be careful he doesn't get another one, because that might allow Lee to lead the race.
We have
look how much he's cutting the corner.
Big Brent on another warning. We also have Casper on another warning.
Everyone's got warnings.
I don't think anybody's got through without a penalty.
That was a real shame, of course. 12.5 second lead, by the way, as Flying Finn. Absolutely bolting like a bat out of hell, like a cheetah flying out of a gate. Completely sideways as well.
He likes to go sideways.
He does like going a little bit sideways. Reminds me of the old days of some the old F1 races back in the past, back when the cars were a little more sideways, to say the least. They preferred going side of 3 corners than going kind of normally.
I prefer the term footloose.
Yes. Foot happy, did you say? Another lap done, 2 to go, and then we'll find out the championship will go to Kota.
Yeah, and pretty much all Prenta needs to do next week is just finishing the points.
Yeah. He has to do what? He has
all
to
said
score,
and done.
Yeah, he has to score P9, and Casper has to win the next race, and we'll have a champion in Kota in just 1 week's time. The championship vastly approaching its end. And could we have a shadow over its head as well, potentially, especially if any of these drivers get a penalty here in the next lap or so.
Of course, we have to also, there may be inquiries after the race. Stewards, maybe?
Yep, stewards, maybe. By the way, just, still we would say this, by the way, hoping Monday Nezran returns from his morphine. Do miss that man.
Oh, here we go. Flying Finn is on 2 warnings.
1 more, and that is game over. He's got 12 seconds.
I think it might be game over, but I don't think so. I think you can get more than 5.
I don't know. I simply do not know.
Let's see how many Lakitu has got. 1. This one's got 1. Scroll to the top.
There we go, Luke. Final lap
anyway.
For the Flying Finn, who's on all course to take 2 races in the row, back to back, as he trots it round for one last lap round this famous historical Suzuka circuit. First hosted a race in 1987, if I'm not mistaken. And he's all set to take it. Unless, of course, he gets a penalty, in which case maybe less comfortable. Here we go, that's coming around Degner for the last time. In he comes, then flies it through. Careful there, doesn't want to cut that any more than he does so. Up to the old hairpin.
Lakitu has got 5 penalties.
Yes. So he can get another one if he does, but I don't think he really wants to risk it.
He might get a stop goal.
The last lap. That'll be interesting. We've seen that
that'll
before.
be added to his race time.
Here he comes.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to get one here.
Out of the last few corners he comes, and he's got 1 long straight, well, kind of curved straight into 130R. Slight weaving. I think he knows he's got it. Through he comes then into 130R for the final time. Down into the chicane for the final time. And Flying Finn exits the chicane and wins the Japanese Grand Prix. Fantastic.
And I've got to stop because I've got a lump in my throat.
He's going to come across the line and finish in P2. He's not going to win the race today. Crossing the line and finishing P2, 4 seconds in the end. Big Parenta.
Big Parenta's going to end up. He's probably going to end up 3rd.
He is.
6 seconds. Yeah.
Casper crosses the line.
Yeah. And he's going to take the championship to next week.
Yeah, we'll take the championship to the last round. Shumi crosses the line. 5th position.
Good
so
result,
we are going to the to the next round in Kota. Roadhouse in 6th. Still injured in 7th, so McLaren. 6th and 7th, not doing the best of jobs there. Through he comes though. P7. Oh, he's got P6. He's out. Oh dear. So he's beaten his teammate there on penalties. Calzo in 8th. And the key to a very sombre 9th. But he's got points. And the championship will continue another round then as we head over to the USA. Top 3 come onto the podium then. And it's happy days for Force India and Ferrari and Toro Rosso, your top 3. Congratulations to those guys. And now I think it's time for the celebratory champagne. Well done to Flying Finn there. With an absolutely brilliant race. By the way, Nikita got the fastest lap.
Oh, good job to him.
Good job to him. 25-second penalty.
7 penalties, actually.
7
Solid
penalties.
Ninja.
Yes.
Solid Ninja and Casper are the only ones without penalties.
Yes, so well done, though, to Flying Finn, who takes 2 on the trot. Lee and then Big Parenta. So we will go to Kota with hopes of a new champion. But until next time, I've been Evil. Soup, final words from you?
Well, I think the title is pretty much said and done. But let's see what happens next week.
Indeed. Well, thank you from Apex Online Racing. Thank you for me and Soup. Join us in 1 week time where we may see a champion crowned. Until next time, I've been Evil. Soup's been Soup. See you next time in America.